Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Finally, Buhari abandons Oshiomhole. The APC crisis is taking a new turn by the second. We have not heard the least of this crisis. It appeared the interim order by the Kano High Court that all parties should maintain status and that Oshiomhole remains automatic chairman of the All Progressive Congress is not being obeyed by the Inspector General of Police, Idris. This is so because the Inspector General of Police has condemned Oshiomhole to steering clear of the party secretariat. This was contained in a directive issued from the IG's office. As it stands, it looks like the number one law enforcement officer in the country is following the High Court of Abuja's order. If that is the case, then Oshiomhole is no longer the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress till the suit against him in court is determined. Recall that after the judgment by the Abuja High Court, some stare-looking policemen were drafted to the National Secretariat of the APC to maintain law and order, and staff of the Secretariat were denied access into their personal stuff of Oshiomhole himself. Some people are already reading meaning, while others saying that the IG is simply doing his job. With the situation on ground, Oshiomhole's faith in the APC as chairman is left hanging in the balance, pending the determination of the court order. President Muhammadu Buhari has in different fold declared that he supports the rule of law and due process, noting that he will not mind the party affair. People still want to know his decision regarding the issue, and his silence may mean a lot of things. In all of this crisis, stakeholders still want to know the president's stand, who is the leader of the party. But since it's a very sensitive issue, the president is believed to react through his body language. That is why the warning from the IGP is sending a signal that President Muhammadu Buhari may have abandoned Oshiomhole. We know the person of Buhari that is not one that usually speaks. Buhari is very, it doesn't matter what is going on, he will stay mute. I can say this for sure because remember the issue with his wife Aisha that came to the public saying that other persons have taken over the leadership of Nigeria. Did you hear Buhari say anything? No, not Buhari. There were issues between Abu Karim and as well as Margona. Buhari will not say a word, not Buhari. His silence could mean a lot of things, a whole lot of things. The person of Buhari is very, we don't know if it's the level of his education. Remember, he has just a school set, WAEC, and it could be, or is, we can't really place a finger on it. As a leader, as the number one person and number one citizen of the country, is very unlikely that the president of the country. We cannot see that it seemed very much that the IG of police is taking to the federal court's order rather than the Kano courts, which says Oshiomhole can resume office. Because the IG of police, you could see that he's not obeying the law that says he should resume office because of his attitude. His policemen are there to make sure that Oshiomhole staff don't get into the secretariat. These are signs showing that he's not for the Kanu, order that gives Oshiomhole the right to resume office. We all know that Buhari is a very interesting character, so to say. I say interesting because he doesn't seem to be bothered about things that are going on around him. It's not just the state of the nation, even in his own home. Please, you can refer to my former news and see some of the things that Aisha Buhari was saying. There was this time she was ranting, and it was all over social media that she's been locked out of the presidential villa and what have you. Guess what? Her husband did not blink. He didn't say a word. He didn't issue a statement. Nothing of such, nothing of any kind like that. You know, nothing like that. He will not even say anything. Even when his wife was locked out of some aspect of the Aso villa. Not Buhari. He didn't say a word. He didn't even blink. So this is the kind of president you have. There were the people that are really close to him in government, the likes of Mongona and Abu Karim. The issue went online, and you can see, referred to my previous news, and you can see some of that. No, not Buhari, not a word, referring to even when them issuing statements saying this person, oh, he's doing this and that. Buhari will not even say a word. What about the state of the nation? Oof, terrible. He only started talking when the US said Nigeria was a country of religious intolerance and that they've put us on the watch list, and regarding issues of crime, insecurity, migrant visa being stopped, and what that is the first time Buhari said a word. Or when President Donald Trump said Nigeria was a shithole, he said some kind of words. Apart from that, no. So the issue of Oshiomhole now, Buhari has not really said any word concretely, to address what is going on in his party. He's supposed to be the number one man in APC, such that when he speaks, they listen and they can follow suit to take direction for what the next phase of the party will be. Not Buhari. He won't say a word. He will keep quiet as though nothing has happened. So people are terming this to mean that it could have been that he has abandoned Oshiomhole, and this might be one of the, last days of Oshiomhole in office. Yeah. So these are some of the things that are happening now. There are issues saying that it's possible that some members of APC will be deploying to PDP, which we have condemned seriously, because this is not an act that moves any country forward. No, it's not an act at all that moves any country forward. This is an act that, shows people are not loyal, they are not committed to their interests on what can move the nation forward. No, they are not. It shows the kind of heart that they have, that they are more people for themselves rather than people for the people. Any great leader will stand by the people and make sure that the interest of the people, the servant leadership, I think is the best form of leadership, where you are coming to serve the people and to make their life better than when you met it. That is leadership. That is leadership. And so when President Muhammadu Buhari and his cabinet, people are deploying from one to the other, it doesn't show true leadership. PDP deflecting to APC, APC deflecting to PDP. I mean, come of it. Come of it. Let's call a spade a spade. You guys need to get a grip of yourself. If you're saying we're copying democracy, let's do it the way it is done. In America, in the United Kingdom, and great nations that have proper democracy, there is no such thing. If you are a Democrat, you are a Democrat. If you are a Republican, you are a Republican. If you are a conservative, you are a conservative. If you are a Labour, you are a Labour Party. And that's how it is. That's how it is done everywhere in the world. Just in Nigeria, where people are looking for, daily bread, and they begin to move from here to here, changing camp and what have you. That's not the way to go. That's not the way forward. The way forward is servant leadership. Anybody who is ready to make sure that the country move forward and is steered towards the right direction. That is the leader we want in Nigeria. So people are terming Buhari's silence as an abandonment for Oshiomhole. But I want to ask, what do you think? What's your take on this matter? Do you think Buhari has abandoned Oshiomhole, or is a sign to show that he's abandoning Oshiomhole? I would like to hear your take on this matter. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Also, leave a comment on your thoughts on what you think. We need to, we all have a voice. Please use it. Thanks for listening. God bless. Have a good day. Bye.